हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू द चैनल युवा इंस्टीट्यूट। आपके काफ़ी अच्छे कमेंट्स आ रहे हैं। आई एम फीलिंग वेरी मोटिवेटेड। आपको और भी कोई टॉपिक समझना है, आप मुझे कमेंट सेक्शन में ज़रूर पूछिए। मैं उन टॉपिक्स को नए तरीके से, कुछ ना कुछ नए इनोवेटिव आइडिया से आपको समझाने की कोशिश करूँगा। आज हमने करना है आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल। एक बॉडी का एक वेट है। वेट कहां पर है? एयर में। हम अपना वेट एयर में मेजर करते हैं। मैं अपना वेट एयर में मेजर करता हूं। लेट अस से आई एम 100 kg। लेकिन जब मैं पानी के अंदर जाता हूं, स्विमिंग पूल में जाता हूं, तो मैं लाइटर फील करता हूं अपने आप को, बिकॉज वाटर इज गिविंग मी अप थ्रस्ट। वो मुझे हल्का फील करवा रहा है। मेरा वेट जो कि नीचे की तरफ है, उसके अगेंस्ट मुझे अप थ्रस्ट ऊपर की तरफ दे रहा है, मुझे ऊपर उठा रहा है। तो जब वो मुझे ऊपर उठाएगा, पूरा नहीं उसने हवा में उठाया, बट पार्शियली अगर वो मुझे ऊपर उठाता तो मैं हल्का फील करता हूं, राइट? तो दैट अप थ्रस्ट इज द प्रॉपर्टी ऑफ फ्लूइड और वाटर और लिक्विड इन विच द बॉडी इज सबमर्ज्ड, होली और पार्शियली, राइट? सो लेट्स कंसीडर अ बॉडी। लेट अस से consider a body. Let us say it's a cuboid or subcube, any shape. Now fluid at rest, fluid in equilibrium has a fundamental property that it exerts force on a body in contact with it, always perpendicular to it. So on the upper face, the force is like this, F1. Let us say it is like this. On the lower face, the force is like this, F2. Pressure, we know that it is equal to H rho G. Pressure increases with depth. Greater the depth, greater the pressure and greater the force. Since, let us say, this depth is X, this is your H. So my effective depth, my total depth at this point is X plus H. So the depth X plus H is greater than X. So pressure at this point, force at this point will be greater. ऊपर से, ऊपर वाला लिक्विड इस क्यूब को नीचे दबा रहा है, नीचे वाला लिक्विड ऊपर उठा रहा है, लेकिन जो ऊपर उठाने वाली फोर्स है वो ज्यादा है. So that is why what is happening over here? My net force, effective force is in the upward direction, and that net force is called upthrust. So upthrust. So my upthrust is my net force. Net force is F2 minus F1. F2 is P2 into A, F1 is P1 into A. Area of upper face is equal to area of lower face in this case. That is why we have taken A on both the sides. P2. P2 is pressure at this point. The depth is X plus H. X plus H rho G into A. P1, this face, X rho G into A, X rho G into A, it cancels out, so H rho G into A, you get H rho G into A. H is height of this cylinder, height of this, cuboid. A is the area, height into area is volume, so it volume into density into gravity. What is this density? This is density of liquid, density of fluid displaced by the body. It is a density of fluid displaced by the body. So this is your upthrust. Now let us say, let weight of body, upthrust is U, weight is W, is let us say V into density of body into gravity G. So this is the weight of body in air. This is your upthrust. So effective weight, apparent weight in water or in liquid, that is equal to weight in air minus upthrust. Volume density of body minus density of liquid into G. This is a case when body is wholly, completely, 100% immersed, 100% inside the liquid. When the body is 100% inside the liquid, right? If the body is partially inside the liquid, then the case may differ. Why will it differ? because the upthrust will be equal to the volume which is inside the liquid. It will not be due to the total volume of the body. Mind it, the upthrust will be due to the volume of the body which is inside the liquid, because inside the liquid the volume is equal to liquid displaced, right? So upthrust will be equal to the volume which is inside. Now, if the effective weight, apparent weight, effective weight is in the downward direction, the body will sink, it will move in the downward direction. If it is in the upward direction, body will come up. And if it is stationary, if a body is stationary somewhere, either inside or somewhere wholly or partially inside outside, then my weight or upthrust, they are balancing out. In most of the questions that I face in my CBSE, they are generally 99% cases they are the question of equilibrium. That means your weight is equal to upthrust. Now let me see what questions do I generally face, usually face in school exams. Number one, question number 1. The weight of body in water is 1/3 the weight in air. So weight of body in water is 1/3 of its weight in air. So what is the weight in water? Weight is water is volume, weight of body in water, volume into weight of body in water, weight of body in water, that is your apparent weight, that is your this is weight in air is true weight, right? This is volume of body, and into density of body into G. Now weight in water is weight in air minus upthrust. So this is weight in air. Weight in air is volume, density of body into G, upthrust, volume, density of water into G, right? So this is weight of body in water, that is weight of body in air minus upthrust, that is equal to weight of body in water, which is equal to 1/3 weight of body in air. So G, it gets cancelled out from both the sides. V will also be cancelled out. What you get? Density of body minus density of water minus density of water. Density of water is 1 in CGS unit, gram per centimeter cube. It is in CGS units. So my final answer of density of body will also be in CGS units. That is density of body divided by 3. So it's density of body 1 minus 1/3 equal to 1. Density of body into 2/3 is equal to 1. So density of body is 3/2, 1.5 gram per centimeter cube. It's 1.5 gram per centimeter cube, right? I have taken the density of water in CGS units. So this density which I have mentioned over here will also be in CGS unit, which we have calculated over here, right? Now let's move on to another question. This is a very important question. A piece of iron floats in mercury. The piece of iron floats in mercury. Density of iron is this given to you. Density of mercury is given to you. Calculate the fraction of volume of iron piece that remains outside the liquid, outside the mercury. Let us say this is an interface below which we have mercury, above which we have air. Below this interface we have mercury, above this interface we have air. Now, let us say the total volume is V, fraction of volume of iron that remains outside. So its outside wala volume is small v, andar wala volume is capital V minus small v. So the fraction that I need to calculate, जो मुझे calculate करना है, that is small v upon capital V. मुझे इसको calculate जो करना है, this is equal to small v upon capital V. So let us calculate that. Since this iron block is in equilibrium. The iron block is in equilibrium. So equilibrium condition means the weight in the downward direction must be equal to upthrust. So in this case, weight of iron must be equal to upthrust on iron due to mercury. Now weight is due to total volume. Total volume is V into density of iron into G. This is your weight of iron. Upthrust is weight of liquid displaced, weight displaced, weight of mercury displaced. So volume of mercury displaced is capital V minus small v into density of mercury into G. So density of iron is 7.8, so it's V into density of iron equal to capital V density of mercury, small v density of mercury. It is capital V into density of mercury. Now small v density of mercury equal to capital V density of mercury minus density of iron. So small v upon capital V is density of mercury minus density of iron divided by density of mercury. 13.6 minus 7.8 divided by 13.6 into 10 की power 3 in both the cases. ऊपर we have 10 की power 3, नीचे we have 10 की power 3. It gets cancelled out. So if you don't write it even, that is okay. So this is your total. This you can calculate 13.6 minus 7.8 divided by 13.6. The calculation I leave up to you. Calculation वाला part आप खुद करो, ठीक है ना? So the concept is like this. In this case, the weight एक बार फिर से देखते हैं. जो basic हमने इसमें चीज सीखी, the weight on body, weight of body must be equal to the upthrust in this case. Now, let's do one more question. That is a very important question. Let me write the question on the board first so that you can copy it also. When a body of mass 240 kg is placed, in a bigger portion, when a body of mass 240 kg is placed on an iceberg, floating in seawater, it is found that iceberg just sinks. What is the mass of iceberg? What is the mass of iceberg relative density of ice is given to you as 0.9 and relative density of sea, relative density of seawater is 1.2, 1.02, it's 1.02. So first of all we have to see when a body of mass 250 kg is placed on an iceberg in sea. Now let us say this is my seawater and this is your iceberg. This is my iceberg. It just sinks. And I have further a body of mass 240 kg. 240 kg. This is a body of 240 kg. when a body of mass 240 kg is placed on an iceberg floating in sea water, it is found that that iceberg just sinks. It just sinks. It is at the surface. The topmost surface of the iceberg matches with the sea level. So what is the mass of this iceberg? So this is a case of equilibrium. Equilibrium means the weight, effective weight in the downward direction must be equal to upthrust. So first of all, let's understand about relative density. So when I talk about relative density, I mean the density of ice. What I mean, the density of ice is 900 kg per centimeter cube, and density of sea water is 1020 kg per centimeter. Oh, sorry, kg per meter cube. As in SI units, we multiply to get density in SI unit. We multiply relative density with density of water at 4 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 1000. So if just multiplied this figure 0.9 with 1000, I get 900, and 1.02 with 1000, I get 1020. So in this case, in equilibrium condition, what I am having over here, that my weight in the downward direction, my weight of block plus weight of iceberg, this is the effective weight in the downward direction, must be equal to upthrust. Upthrust is only on the iceberg part. It is only on the iceberg part because iceberg is synced. It is due to the volume displaced by iceberg, not due to the 240 kg weight. So weight of block is 240 into G. Weight of iceberg, let us say the iceberg has a volume V, volume of iceberg, into density of iceberg into G. Upthrust on iceberg is V, volume displaced, density of water into G. My G gets cancelled out from both the sides. Let me cancel it out. So my 240 plus V into density of ice is 900, V, density of water is 1020. So 240, it is equal to 90 minus 1020 is 120 V. So get V equal to 2 meter cube. So it is the volume of iceberg. What I have to find out, the mass of iceberg. This I have to find out. So mass of iceberg, therefore mass of iceberg is volume of iceberg into density of iceberg. 2 into 900, 900 is the density of iceberg, density of ice. So it comes out to be 1800 kg. So the mass of ice floating is 1800 kg, right? आपको वीडियो कैसी लगी स्टूडेंट्स, जरूर बताइए. वी फील वेरी मोटिवेटेड जब आपके अच्छे रिस्पॉन्स आते हैं. आप अपने कमेंट्स में भी लिखिए. अगर कोई और वीडियो बनवाना चाहते हैं तो वो भी बताइए. आर्टिकल जिसमें आप प्रॉब्लम फेस कर रहे हो समझने में, आपको नहीं समझ आ रहा, आप वो वाले आर्टिकल्स भी पूछिए. We'll try to explain them in best possible manner. Thank you, students.